drone and a couple batteries and
adds a little weight to it.
I bet.
But
how big or heavy is that drone?
It's pretty portable. It's pretty lightweight, small actually, but it's not bad. I'm curious how heavy my pack is compared to yours. But.
Mine is probably way heavier.
Yeah.
I went pretty heavy. I don't have a whole lot of like lightweight backpacking type stuff, especially my stupid sleeping bag.
Right. So, I hear ya. So we made it to the trailhead of, where are we at again?
Trout Creek.
Trout Lake.
Trout Lake.
And we're going to Trout Lake and Big Fisher Lake after a few minor detours and wrong turns. After a supposedly 2.5 hour drive, it turned into about a 4-hour drive, but we made it to the trailhead and we're about to take off.
And there's way too many people here.
Way too many people, but we're hoping they're all just day hikers and we'll have the lakes to ourselves. So, how heavy is that?
Way too heavy.
Way too heavy?
Way too heavy.
So we'll see.
Go ahead so you can film. I don't want to be the only thing you see.
Why not? Off on the trail.
You should have documented that the truck, our glorious start to navigating.
Probably first 15 minutes of the hike or so and we're already gassed. Shedding
Fat firefighters.
Shedding layers. But we'll make it.
We're only 200 yards from the truck.
Only 200, yeah. What are we at? You can see that 5,330 feet. I think our destination altitude is going to be right around 7,300, so still got some damn elevation to gain. And we will make it. All right, so from here we made it to the first Y, and we have the option either go left to Pyramid Lake, or we can go right. Looks like the Pyramid Pass, which really doesn't help us out much, but as we're going to Big Fisher and Trout Lake, but we'll find our way. I think we're gonna go right, but it's about the only way we can go. I know it's opposite than Pyramid Lake, so. Be on our way. And to the right?
To the right.
To the right we go.
Yeah, this is that first center.
Right. Big Fisher Lake, trail number 41. This is Trout Lake is only a 1 3/4 miles away. Big Fisher 4. We're on our way. Just sweating like dogs.
Pretty sure.
Just coming down. Made it to Trout Lake. So I believe our final destination is Big Fisher Lake, which is right on the other side of that peak, other side of that ridge.
Just a jump and a skip away.
Jump and a skip away. Nothing too major. We made it to Trout Lake. About what, 3 miles or so? How long? Just over 3 miles. Took what, about an hour and a half or so? Say.
Yep.
Not too bad. Didn't make too bad time. We're about to head up to Big Fisher Lake, which is just right over that knob or so. It'll probably take another hour, is my guess. But uphill both ways. Just stopping for a little snack, and we'll be on our way. Trout Lake. So we're currently on the ascent to the peak that looks right above, or right down on Big Fisher Lake. And we got a little sidetracked. Connor found a grouse in the tree and shot at it a few times, and what'd you spend, about 5 bullets or so?
Too many.
Too many. And so I thought I'd give it a quick shot. And after 4 rounds, able to pluck it out of the tree at about 15 yards. Nice little shot, but we'll have some dinner tonight anyways, huh? Fry her up with a little spammy spam.
Dan, you're my hero.
Hey, hell yeah.
Bringing home the bacon.
That's right. I'm like a little fresh game for a long ass hike. Almost to the top. About to descend down into Big Fisher Lake. Must mean we're getting close. Gotta add the mark on the final ascent. And we should be looking right down into Big Fisher Lake.
I'm over it.
I'm over it too. Just on the last stretch of the trail, I think we're actually about to descend down into Big Fisher Lake. Been a long ass day. We're both hungry, we're both tired, but we're ready to get to this lake.
I'm ready for some downhill, but this is supposed to be steeper than shit.
Pretty steep. So definitely some fresh boot marks though. I think we might have some company.
Yeah, we might not be alone. At least earlier today, I would say.
Right. Alright.
Buddy.
Oh yeah, we got a little ways yet, huh? There is some snow over here.
Oh man, look at that.
Yeah. Found a lake. Let's get down there, huh?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, too.
Right on.
Right on. Let's do it.
I like it. Almost got like a purple hue to it.
Yeah. I mean, the camera really doesn't even do it justice, but it's probably the coolest rock wall I've probably seen. But oh shit. We finally made it down. That's quite the descent actually, down into the lake. It's gonna be a nice ascent later tomorrow when we decide to pack out of this thing, but you can kind of see the peak right in the background. Actually, don't know the name of that peak. I'll have to look it up. But we are ready to be done.
About 6 miles down.
6 miles
Give or
down.
take a few hundred yards.
Yep. But here we are, sitting at approximately 7,000 feet in elevation. Now we're just looking for a camp spot. Got one up there. So we just made it into camp. We kind of lost out on the good camp spot on the other end of the lake, but we got this one, and just starting to get a fire going before it gets too dark. We got our shelters going and get some food. Call it a night.
Half an A.
Good sleep. So we were starting to fight the dark and decided it was time to set up shelter and try to get a fire going. Didn't have a whole lot of time to film, but we got the fire going. We got the shelter set up. What are we cooking?
We are cooking roasted grouse leg and spam in foil.
Spam and foil.
It is the backpack camp chef.
about 10:30 at night. We had dinner, kicked it by the campfire, now off to bed. Hopefully, a nice warm night's sleep till the morning. This morning we woke up and we were running a little bit low on batteries, so we didn't film it, but made a quick breakfast, packed up the tents and the gear, hiked straight up out of Big Fisher Lake, the really steep ascent. So now we're actually about to unbuckle the packs and make it up to the peak. Try to get some good views. View the Selkirks, ourselves in Canada. I believe the Canada or cabinets to our east. We're looking right down on Big Fisher Lake, which is where we were about 40 minutes ago. Just a cool lake. way back down to Trout Lake from the peak that looks just over Big Fisher. About another mile or so we'll be down there and grab a little luncheon and head on back to the truck. Almost there. 10 miles.
it'll be that time by the time we get there anyway.
Right. Bye to Trout Lake. Back to the truck we go. How many miles do you think?
About 6 there, or about.
That'll be about.
From the truck, maybe 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5 miles back, and there will be. Oh man! Ready for a milkshake and a burger?
Amen.
Amen. 2 milkshakes. You know what I think we're coming up on?
The parking lot.
The parking lot.
Seats.
Ugh, the best sight of the day. Other than that huckleberry milkshake and that cheeseburger, but brutal. We did it.